In this week's video, I'm going to go through some of the strangest and dangerous piercings, some that you might know of and some that you might not. Ear stretching is quite common, but there are some people that take it to the extreme and stretch other parts of the body, such as their cheeks, their tongue, and their nose. I'm not the biggest fan of ear stretching, and some of the other stretching like the tongue and the nose, oh, that really creeps me out, especially the cheek ones when they look like this. Another piercing that you might have heard about is called a conch plug, where part of the cartilage is taken away and a plug is put through the ear. And by taking away part of the cartilage, sound can travel through it, not into the ear. And that would be one of the reasons why I would never get this piercing. Even though I think they look really, really cool, there is no way that I would risk damaging my hearing to get a piercing. And also, I'm a complete wimp, so I'm too scared to get it done because I think it's going to hurt like hell. There's lots of different mouth piercings that you can get that go a little bit above the average sort of mouth piercing, such as a horizontal tongue piercing. Now, this can be very, very dangerous because it's going through so much of the tongue, and without a doubt, it will damage the teeth. With a normal tongue piercing, it doesn't necessarily touch the teeth, depending on how long your tongue is and how the piercing was done. And as cool as they look, that would be the reason why I would never get that piercing. There's also web piercings. Now, I am slightly contemplating getting this piercing, but it's actually quite difficult to find a piercer that is experienced enough and willing to do this piercing. And it's sort of like a little hidden piercing that nobody else knows about but only you. And if you choose to show people, you can, but otherwise when you're talking, nobody is going to know that you have a web piercing. And I'm not quite sure how safe it is to get it pierced, so if you know, please let me know and write it in the comments. Another mouth piercing is a uvula piercing. Now, this one really, really weirds me out. It's bad enough when I have a sore throat or I'm sick and my throat is swollen, but having a piece of metal in the back of my mouth, oh, that would really, really get to me. And I can't imagine it would be very pleasant to get this piercing done. And I'm not sure how safe it is either. And another mouth piercing that you may not have heard of is vampire piercings. Now, vampire piercings go just above your gums on either side of your front teeth. This one, 110% will damage your teeth, and I don't know how permanent this one would be because it's pretty much just going through a little bit of skin around your gums. A piercing that I've always loved the look of is a corset piercing, and this is a surface piercing, multiple piercings that go all the way down the back. I really would love to have it pierced, but because I can't sleep on my side, only on my back, very, very bad idea. And I am very prone to rejection when it comes to surface piercings, so this one is a no for me. But I do think that they look really, really good, but they are not a permanent piercing because without a doubt, they will reject out over time. Another piercing that is similar to that is a nape piercing. A friend of mine got this pierced and it did not heal and it rejected. But this is another piercing that without a doubt will reject. So this is only a temporary piercing because it will not ever fully heal, and it's more than likely just going to migrate out. Another piercing that really, really weirds me out is an eyelid piercing. It's bad enough when I get an eyelash in my eye, let alone having a piece of metal going through my eyelid. I would never get this pierced, but I couldn't imagine it being a safe piercing to get. I've been asked a few times if I would ever get a bridge piercing, and the answer is no. One reason is because I wear glasses, and another reason is because I'm prone to rejection when it comes to surface piercings. But a bridge piercing is another temporary piercing because without a doubt, this one will reject. Eventually it will grow out and you're left with a really big scar right here. And that's something that I really do not want. I have enough scars from where I've taken out piercings to have more scars on my face. Another style of piercings is implant piercings. Implants sit inside the skin. Not to mention how dangerous this is to have a foreign object inside your skin. This one is very, very, very dangerous if it's done wrong and if it's done by somebody who doesn't know what they're doing. Some implants I think look really, really cool, but there are some implants such as a donut implant. And I'm pretty sure that you are going to agree that this looks ridiculous. There's also magnetic implants, which are put into the tips of your finger. And this one I think is really cool. It's a good way to freak people out, to say, look, I have magic powers, I can lift up metal. But I would never get it done, and I could only imagine that this is a very dangerous piercing, just like any other implant piercing, having a foreign object inside your skin. The next two aren't piercings, but body modifications. The first one is tongue splitting, which I have mixed opinions about. I think they are creepy, but another part of me thinks that they are really, really cool. But another piercing that I would never ever get done. The main reason being that I am a complete wimp and I would never want to go through the pain of getting my tongue split. The second modification is elf ears. I think they look freaking cool, but I would never get this done. The main reason being that my ears are not symmetrical. One sits higher than the other and the other one sits further forward than the other ear. And I like things being symmetrical, so I would never get this done because there is not 100% chance that they are going to heal symmetrical, and it would drive me absolutely nuts having wonky ears, or having ears that are more wonky than they are now. I'd love to know your thoughts about these piercings and body modifications, so please let me know in the comments. And if you have any of these body modifications or piercings, please let me know how it was getting it done and how it healed and how it is now. If you like this video, please be sure to give it a big thumbs up and please subscribe if you haven't already. Thank you so much for watching. I love you all and I'll see you next week. Bye!